So what happens if you die and you don't have a will, but your family doesn't agree with anybody? I'm here with Ari Salmer, who's gonna tell us some horror stories. So take it away, Ari.
Yeah, sure. So again, I'm Ari Salmer. I'm with the law firm of Harrison and Johnston, right in downtown Winchester, right on the Walking Mall. I'm the elder law and estate planning attorney here, and unfortunately, this is something that we see a lot. We oftentimes, of course, I get the hard ones because I don't hear about it when everything goes right. But
true.
what happens is, someone dies owning real estate, especially, and they don't have a will. Well, the property is never unowned. The moment of death, it becomes the property of whoever the heirs are at that time. And lucky for all of us, of course, the state defines who your heirs are, and if you don't have a will,
Don't have to think about it.
right, they say, hey, don't worry, we got it. I hope this matches what you want. So if you're married, for example, everything goes to your spouse. Okay, great. If you're married and you have children from a previous marriage or who are not the children of your spouse, well, then your spouse gets part of it and those children get part of it. Again, great so long as everyone gets along. What happens is, where the problems really happen is when this goes on for a couple of generations. So someone dies, they don't have a will, and then so they own some property and it goes down to their 3 children, and then one of those kids dies and they have 8 children, and so now there's a third that's owned by 8 people, and it goes on and on. And you started this whole thing off, well, what happens when they don't get along? When they don't get along, everyone kind of gets held hostage by the person who's saying no.
Right.
And so in situations, I have a situation like this right now where property was left to 3 siblings and 2 of the siblings moved into the property and it's gotten really, really into bad repair. One of those siblings then died, and so he had 3 children, so now it's owned a third, and then a ninth, a ninth, a ninth. We can't find those 3 kids, the ninth, and the other 2 people can't agree on what we want to have happen with this property, and so it's a whole mess now. Mental illness issues and just kind of general understanding issues, and so it can really become a problem, and it's one of these things that you could solve so easily just by having a will,
Right.
because we can build in all kinds of contingencies.
So there's the answer, guys. You need a will to protect yourself.